I had never seen such a method of fishing before. A man picked up a huge water drum and threw it directly into the sea to use it as a float. Anyone unfamiliar with the situation might have thought something heavy or a bomb had been thrown. Since the float itself was so large, it was clear that the bait couldn't be small. The man hooked a sharp fish weighing about 5 kilograms and cast it into the sea without thinking. The question was, what kind of big fish was he trying to catch, using such a large float and such a large bait? As the bait sank into the water, some large fish quickly gathered around it and began biting. The man on the boat became so excited that he was ready to pull in the line. But then a large fish cut the bait in two. Half of the bait remaining on the hook was also lost to attacks from other fish. Seeing this, the man immediately pulled the float back and checked the hook. As expected, the fish on the hook was completely gone. This is a common occurrence for fishermen in the ocean. But he was not happy with such a large bait disappearing like this. He then pulled out another fish of the same size and this time attached a hook with a larger bar. After attaching the bait, he threw it back into the sea along with the float. Because of this large float, if a fish got caught, it would not be easy for it to escape into the depths. After a while, the float began to shake violently. The movement clearly indicated that a large fish was trapped beneath. The man immediately grabbed the float and began pulling the line. Within seconds, a barracuda fish about 1 meter long emerged from the water. The man realized that this fish had taken the bait earlier. Barracuda swim very fast and have sharp teeth that can bite their prey in an instant. But the man was not happy with this fish because its size was smaller than he had expected. He then hooked the entire barracuda and cast it back into the sea with the float. Using a 1 meter long fish as bait was surprising in itself. After a few minutes, the float began to move rapidly again. For a moment, it seemed as if the float would be pulled underwater. This clearly indicated that the fish on the bottom was very large. The man was happy, but he did not immediately pull the line because he knew that the fish had not yet lost its strength. If he had acted quickly, it could have been pulled into the sea. After waiting for about 10 to 15 minutes, when he felt that the fish was tired, he began to pull the float. But as soon as he grabbed the line, he sensed something was wrong because he felt no pull on the other side. It was clear that the large fish had escaped, leaving the hook empty. He was deeply upset by the loss of such a large fish, as the 1 meter long fish had been wasted as bait. Nevertheless, he composed himself and reeled in another sharp fish. This time he used 2 hooks for safety. After baiting, he slowly released the line, causing the float to drift away. Shortly after, the float began to move violently again. Learning from his previous mistake, he began pulling the line with unwavering force. This time, his method worked. Slowly, a huge grouper fish began to emerge from the water, the bait still attached to the hook. The fish weighed around 150 kilograms, which was a large fish, as expected. However, because the local laws prohibited catching such fish, he removed the hook and released it back into the sea.